topic is what is the power of chanting divine name.
Right.
So tell us something about this. What is, the power? How does it change one's life if you start chanting?
Completely. So the thing is, the interesting thing is, if we look at our own lives, what we are always chanting, we're always actually chanting something. And most of the time, it's the negativity inside of us.
It's a beautiful thing you said.
Huh?
Beautiful thing you said. We are always chanting something or the other.
Yeah.
And that too.
It's true. And if I look at myself, so much of the time I'm chanting my own limitations in my mind about what I think I can do, what I can't do, what I think I'm good at, what I'm not good at, what I'm insecure at. So many lists I have inside of my own mind about who I am. And this is like a 24-hour running program, which of course is my life. And what we think about all the time is what we are.
Creates our reality.
Yeah. Completely. And so one step more than that is to become positive, right? To become aware of my negative self-talk, to become aware about how fake I am as a person, how I cover up so many different things about myself that I don't like, that I don't want to hide. When you start actually listening to what's going on up there, it's like a mental asylum, and I mean, it's crazy, really. It shocks me all the time. And this is something that never really ends, because if we have this mind now, how many lifetimes, how many samskaras, how many impressions, how many bodies, how much download do we actually have of stuff? And so we come with this programming and we live out this programming. That's what we're doing here, until it comes to a point where something inside of us is so deeply calling for something else that our lives go terrible and our relationships fall apart and so many different things happen to us, just to get us to the point where we can look about what it is that we're thinking. And when this awareness starts to happen, and when we're actually able to admit all of and accept all of the things that we don't like about ourselves, without judgments, but just by saying, okay, there we go. This is me. It's a thought. This is how I am. This is me. This is how I was made. It's okay. After that point, then possibilities and change can start to happen. So what chanting the divine name does is it even takes it to another level of profundity, because the name of God is actually God itself. So there's no difference between the Lord and the name. So whether we're chanting, whether it's Shiva, whether it's Kali, whether it's Narayana, whether it's Om Namo Narayana, whether it's Om, every single name that we say is Him, is the Lord. And this vibration, this perfect vibration, is completely inside of there. I mean, in Hinduism, I've started to study some things, and God, it's so beautiful. It's the most incredible tradition that you guys have. Sanatana Dharma and all of the incredible stories. I mean, the one that comes into my mind is that story of Hanuman, who was such a bhakta of the Lord and such a devotee of the Lord, and how he used to continuously chant the word Ram over and over again until his cells used to vibrate the name Ram, until every single cell in his body was Ram. And the incredible thing about these stories that we have, actually, when you have the grace of a living master, what becomes alive is that these stories are not, they're not made up, but they are real. So Guruji is completely obsessed with saints because it is through their grace and actually through their tapasya that their vibration is so powerful and so strong that it actually helps to uplift us. So there are saints like so many. I'm sitting in Vrindavan, there are hundreds and thousands of saints around me. And they're sitting here in India, which is so incredible. So for example, this one saint, Chakamela, he was a saint from Maharashtra. He chanted the name so much that literally the name of God was, when they found his bones, it was inside of his bones.
Wow.
Yeah, which shows the power of the name. It's got the power to literally transform our cells, our bodies, our minds, everything. Because the more that you chant the divine names, the more you become divine.
So
That's
that reminded, yeah, so that as you said, the name has equally importance as to God. So that reminded me of a story in Ramayana where Ramji was, making a bridge with his Sena, and with those
exactly,
stones they write the name of Ram, and it doesn't sink in. So one of the
exactly,
bhakts asked, "Ki, how does it possible? How is it possible?" So he says, "Ram se bada Ram ka naam." So I think
exactly.
that really makes a sense to what you are saying.
That is the power of the name. And if you think the potential, what he does inside of a stone is what he does inside of us. And
Yes.
ultimately, the Ram, the Lord, it doesn't make a difference what you call him. We're Sri Vaishnavas, so we call him Narayana. He's sitting inside of our hearts. And with every single name that we're chanting, it's literally like Guruji says, it's this dust that gets removed from our hearts so that this love can grow inside of us. You
I am
know?
really speechless, and I'm getting emotional. I don't know. I
But
can
this
really
is
connect
the
to that
beauty.
energy. Yeah.
This is the beauty of the Lord, really. And
Mm.
it's amazing to me how rich and how beautiful this tradition is in India, and how so many, God, they were so incredible, these enlightened masters, that how they spoke about this, because they knew what it was doing and how simple it is. It's so simple.